Okay, hey, so we're back again. So, this is kind of like a part two to the are you able to protect your children in different households? Which the answer is really no. And a lot of things happen, because if you are not there and there's somebody else there, they can begin to touch and or molest your children, teach them values or wrong values, things that you don't stand for. Another thing is if you don't teach your children properly or you are not there, you know what happens also? Even siblings begin to have relations with one another. They begin to touch one another. You understand what I'm saying? And it has happened in many families, especially growing up in my era. I'm sure it still goes on because people allow their children to spend a night at other people's houses and stuff, and people they don't even know. Okay, they don't even know the people. They don't know the parents and whatnot. And they allow their child to spend a night at someone else's house. That is a no. A big no. Even relatives, that's a big no because you just never know what somebody else is capable of doing. There are so many perversions in the world right now and so many deviants, you know what I mean? And the people, you could say, oh, that person is nice. They're this. Well, of course, the monster is not going to show you their fangs and their claws. Even a mental patient can dress in a three-piece suit, wear good cologne, and carry a briefcase. These are the people that know how to hide their deviances, their perversions, their real selves. So don't think that people, because the person is nice, we all going to show our good behavior that we're nice. Of course, there are some people that walk around with that grunt and grunt and are very mean and whatnot. But for the most part, people are going to show you what they want you to see. So they're not going to show you that they're an awful, evil person and that they're a perverted pedophile or whatever. They're not going to show you that. So you have to be careful with that of all ages. Of all age. I was just watching a small documentary. I think it was British. It could have been Australia. It could have been Australian. Where this young girl had been a very young girl. These people had adopted her and her brother. Come to find out, this little girl, she's 6, and the brother is like 4 or 2 or something like that. She's molesting him. She's molesting him. She's masturbating on herself, because she has suffered a lot of abuse. So she's masturbating all the time, even in public, unfortunately. And then she's molesting the little boy, putting her finger in his rectum and playing with his penis and things of that nature. And I don't mean playing, touching his penis. So you have to be very, very mindful of these things. So the best thing that I recommend, as always, is to teach children about these things so that all children know at all ages that you can teach them their age appropriately, how you can help them to understand it age appropriate wise. They all need to know. I wish I had known my own self, but my parents didn't think about things like that. They don't think that people are going to do things to you, but it has happened on several occasions, but I didn't know any better. But when I got a little older, and then I can tell people this happened, that happened, or this, that, and the other. But you have to teach your children about what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, and don't tell them you don't care who it is that's touching them. If it's a father, if it's a sibling, if it's a mother, if it's a grandparent, uncle, whoever, and no matter what they threaten the child with, tell them to tell anyway. Let's take our chances, right? Let's take our chances. So yeah, I just wanted to. This is kind of like a part 2 of being, because you can't protect your children if you have multiple children in multiple households. You cannot. So try your best. If you're going to, you have to really think hard about having children. You have to plan about having children. and in being in marriages and relationships with people, and co-parenting. You know what I mean? And really be there for your children, because your children are very vulnerable. Children are very vulnerable, okay? And many things happen to children, that's unspeakable, and it's so hurtful, because who in the world, you just feel awful if you find out that somebody has touched your child or even penetrated your child. Imagine people who are out here, these monsters who have relations, actually put their whole penis in a 2-year-old or 5-year-old or any child, in a child, and or a boy in his rectum. That's awful. It's awful. We have to be here to protect and love our children. Okay, so think about that. Don't just have these children out here willy-nilly. And if you with somebody, make sure that they're a person that you want to be with. Don't just be with somebody just because. Be with somebody for the long haul. Love and protect. Okay. So as always, we pray that our content that we provide here is of an asset and a value, and not a liability or a burden to you. All right. So have a great day. Let's continue the conversation down in the comment section. Love you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye for now.